Welcome back to another episode of the Switch Survival Guide. Today we are going to try to tame this giant ping pong ball with spikes, or Doedicurus, which is a giant armadillo that is amazing at gathering stone, and paired with our beaver it will be able to get us enough materials to build an entire stone fortress in no time at all if we can pull off this tame. We'll also show you where to find Doedicurus on the map, and as an added bonus we will be making a crossbow, and we'll teach you how to make one and why it's so helpful for taming. We will also show you one of my favorite techniques that I've developed, which allows you to gather hundreds of stone, thousands in just a few minutes, and we do this with a raft and a Doedicurus, which will just smash boulders all the way along the coast. So be sure to watch the rest of this episode and we'll teach you all kinds of great tricks. So the first thing we need to do is actually find where to locate a Doedicurus. So I'm going to put a link to this website, which is the spawn map for the island. I did an episode on this series, and there'll be a link in the description. So we took the drop down at the top and selected Doedicurus, and this is showing all the spawn locations on the entire map of the island. Now, this area up here where there's green spawns means they spawn very commonly, and this whole area is near the coast, so that's probably the ideal place to look for Doedicurus and have a very good chance of finding one near the coast. This area over here is also a great spot where it's almost guaranteed they'll be close to the beach. And then this spot up here, even though it's cold, is actually a pretty nice spot too. So if you live near any of those will be much better places to get a Doedicurus where you can get it onto your taming raft. But we're actually located right here in South Haven, so I'm going to check this spot right here in this little inlet, which has a pretty low chance of Doedicurus spawning, but there is a chance and it's very close by, so we're going to check that out. So for starters, I want to actually mark that location on the map before we do a Doedicurus taming expedition. And we've got an episode in this series on how to do that, so be sure to check the playlist at the end of this video. There'll be a link to that. So I'm going to drop in the longitude and latitude for the location that we found from that map we were just looking at, and then we'll set up a marker to show that there are sometimes Doedicurus in that spot. And we'll just keep that marker up because we may not find any this time, but we might find some if we just keep checking back every so often. So I'm going to also unlock the engram for crossbows, which is unlocked at level 25, and we're actually level 26 now, which is great. We got some levels from making all that metal that we've done. And in the episode before that, we showed you how to gather and smelt metal into these metal ingots, which are going to be used to make a crossbow. And I'm opening up the smithy, and we'll actually start crafting a crossbow in the smithy here. So there it is. We've got all the materials. It's pretty material, intensive, but the crossbow is an amazing weapon. It's basically exactly the same as a bow, but it shoots much further, much more accurately, and with a lot more power. So if we use this crossbow with regular stone arrows or trank arrows, it will actually almost double the power of regular arrows and the torpidity or tranquilizing effects from trank arrows. So that's going to make a huge difference when we're trying to tame this Doedicurus. And it takes a lot to knock out a Doedicurus, so we definitely want a more powerful weapon when we're doing this. So I'm going to start sailing to this coast right across the bay here, and you can actually see in the background where we're heading. So I'm just going to skip ahead, and now we are actually here. So you can see there's a T-Rex at the top of that ridge there. He's going to be a problem, but I'm checking that side and didn't see anything helpful. So we're right about where I marked on the map, and this is the area where Doedicurus will sometimes, very rarely, spawn. And I'm just cruising down the coast, and there's a lot of dangerous dinos. On the right-hand side, you can see there's a T-Rex fighting a Stegosaur, and I'm hoping the Stegosaur wins because that could be a real problem. But check it out, we've got a Doedicurus right along the beach. I am actually amazed that we found one so quickly. I figured we'd have to check this back a few times at least before we got one. But check it out, this is a Doedicurus. They look like a giant rock, and they're not normally this color. They're usually either... Why is he running? Huh. I don't know, maybe he was pretty damaged already and I punched him and just pushed him over the edge, but he is running away. Crazy. So he's about to run into this Dilophosaur, so we better kill that guy off first thing, and he's also running away. That's fun. Okay. So that should keep that from being a problem, and now we need... Oh, okay, now we are getting attacked by Dragonflies. That's fun. So we'll see just how good I am at aiming in this thing, because Dragonflies are really hard to hit. Okay, cool. So, good thing I didn't hit that Stegosaur, and that's an Oviraptor and not a Velociraptor. So a lot of things could have gone really badly right then. But let me grab this here. And it seems like, at least for now, we're safe. So, ouch. Okay. These things can do some pretty serious damage, but they're very slow. So I feel pretty safe punching it and running away. Oh boy, here goes another Dragonfly. Whew, okay. So a lot of things could go wrong here, and I could actually die pretty easily. But I'm going to try to keep... Oh, there's that Rex in the background fighting two Brontosaurs. Hopefully they'll kill him. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to the raft, and he's slowing down, so I'm just going to punch him again. And you can run away from a Doedicurus pretty easily because they are so slow. But I'm letting him get a hit off of me because I definitely want to make sure he gets into the raft. And there, great. He's smashing through the walls, which is perfect. Okay. Yep, awesome. He is in the raft, and we should have a pretty clear shot at him now. I don't think he's going to be able to hit us up here with his tail. Now, he can do some serious damage. 2 hits took us down to half of our health, but he is actually in pretty good shape. Now, you got to be careful with the Doedicurus, because if you hit them too many times and do too much damage, they'll roll up into a little ball, and they'll hardly take any damage or torpidity when they do that. So you want to keep hitting them, but give it a lot of time between shots. Oh man, these Dragonflies. Let's see if I can hit him. Whew, okay, great. So I'm going to keep hitting him, and the crossbow is actually multiplying the effectiveness of these trank arrows, so they're about twice as much tranquilizing power if you fire them from a crossbow. I'm also going to move to a little bit deeper water because there's a lot of dangerous stuff. Oh good, that Rex is dead. I can see his dead body over there by the Brontosaurus. Thank goodness, because that could have been really bad. I was actually going to try to get all the way back to Herbivore Island with a wild Doedicurus on my raft, but I think I will try to tame him right here because this should be reasonably safe. The water's pretty shallow, so a whale shouldn't be able to get into this section. And now that I'm away from the beach, I shouldn't have as much trouble from predators, so I'm just going to try to knock him out onto the deck. Now sometimes if the beach is kind of shallow and the shore is too close to where a dinosaur passes out on your raft, it can actually stay on the shore when your raft pulls away. It can be a little glitchy sometimes, so I want to keep him in deep water before I knock him out. Oh, perfect, and he is down. So this is only a level 3 Doedicurus, and it took like half of my trank arrows that I had, so keep that in mind. You need a lot of trank arrows. And really the hardest part about a Doedicurus is it just takes a very long time to tame. So while he's unconscious, he will wake up pretty slowly at a low level. So I'm going to see if I can sail back to the island, and I'm moving backwards. Okay, that's cool. So this particular raft, when I built it, it was just a slight bit further back than usual with my rafts, and it seems like if a dinosaur is in front of the rudder, it's actually blocking me from steering, and I can only sail backwards or not at all. So it looks like I'm stuck because this Doedicurus is like right on top of the rudder. I may actually consider rebuilding this raft and starting one just a little bit further forward, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm keeping him unconscious, taming him up with Mejo berries, and as you can see, he just gained 3% taming, so this is going to be a very long tame. So I'm really glad to have him in a raft. That's going to make a big difference and keep me much safer while we're doing this. So I'll go ahead and jump forward, and that's interesting. We got a lot of green and red dinosaurs. I'm guessing that's some kind of a Christmas theme event going on, so it's kind of cool. I've never seen a Doedicurus that's anything but gray or brown, and this one is red and green, which is pretty cool. So he's a nice festive Doedicurus that we're taming. I think that's probably the holiday event going on. So he is really close. We've been taming him up for a really long time, but thankfully all these Brontos seem to be killing all the big predators. And there we go. We've got our Doedicurus. So we're just going to name him real quick so I can move him out of the way of the rudder and get my raft working again. So I'm going to get him to follow me and promptly fall off the raft because I'm used to the deck being bigger than this. Whoops. Alright, so let's see if he's moved out of the way. His tail might still be a problem. So I'm going to hold down X and set his follow distance to low and see if I can get him to move forward just a little further along the deck. And that should be far enough, I think. So now I should actually be able to use the rudder to get out of here as fast as I can because this is a pretty dangerous area. Now, I don't know how some of the other areas are, but this spot has got a lot of predators, and if you don't have a taming raft, it's going to be really hard to keep your Doedicurus alive after you've knocked him out. I've got the episode on my Ragnarok series where I tamed a Doedicurus was pretty crazy because a T-Rex started eating it right in the middle, so that's something to keep an eye out for if you can do a taming raft like this, which I taught you how to make in an earlier episode. It will be much easier to just get a Doedicurus onto it and then cruise on down the coast. So here is a really amazing trick with a Doedicurus. We're back here on Herbivore Island, or South Haven, and if we can move the raft to get him really close to a big boulder, as soon as he gets in range, he will automatically smash a lot of boulders. Also, that's a crazy looking pteranodon. I kind of want to tame him, but he flew off. So there we go. That Doedicurus, hey, and a Christmas shark. That's festive. So the Doedicurus was able to just smash that entire boulder right from the coast, and Doedicurus are super slow. But if we use the raft to move them quickly from rock to rock, we can actually smash all the boulders and get tons and tons of stone. So that is why this Doedicurus is going to be so worth the trouble of taming, because we now have hundreds of stone in just one hit, and we will be able to use the Doedicurus and our beaver to gather just ridiculous amounts of stone and wood, and then the trike will get us tons of thatch. So we'll have all the materials we need to build stone walls, foundations, and everything to build a massive floating fortress using all the materials here on this safe herbivore island. So in the next episode, we'll probably show you how to gather all of that. Also, quick pro tip, if you see an egg on this island, like that one to the right, if you pick up that egg, every Triceratops in the near vicinity will come and kill you. So any egg that you see on Herbivore Island is death bait. If you pick it up, you're probably going to die. So just remember that. Don't pick up any eggs out here, and you should be totally safe. So tune in next time, and we'll show you why this guy was so helpful to tame. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more great guides like this one. Ark is an amazing game, but there is so much to learn before you can really enjoy it. We are dedicated to bringing you high-quality guides, tutorials, and Let's Play videos that are fun, helpful, clean, and suitable for the entire family. There's a tutorial in this series for everything we have done so far in this video. Check out these playlists for more episodes from this series and other guides to help you enjoy your journey on Ark.